Good evening, welcome back to my channel. This video is coming a wee bit late, but I have just finished work, so I thought I'll come in and I'll go through my budget for April. So I got paid early. I shouldn't have got paid till tomorrow, but I got paid on Friday, so I came in with £2,752.44, which was a wee bit less than I would have expected for the number of shifts I did this month. However, I did have a sick day, so it's not as bad as it could have been because I did work late 2 nights, so that kind of covered it. So I've also had a pay rise starting from this month as well, so I will be getting a wee bit more every month, and also my clinical lead position has been made official as well from this month, so that is another wee pay rise with that. So I should be coming out with a wee bit more money every month, which is quite good because the bills have changed quite a bit. So basically, I'm still budgeting the same amount for envelopes. I'm going to do it slightly differently, and I'm going to do it over 5 weeks rather than 4. Just to kind of keep myself ahead with my cash envelopes, and also just so that like when I get ahead I can have an extra week and I can just stuff it wherever I want to. So I'm doing £400 for groceries, I'm doing £80 for stuff for Bailey. I don't know how much of that you'll need because he does still have quite a lot of stuff. He's got loads of treats, he's got quite a bit of food, so we'll see how much of that we need. I'm doing 60 for household, 40 for toiletries, 100 for travel, 100 for spending, and £20 for miscellaneous, and £6 to pay for the windows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this a wee bit different as well with regards to the groceries. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the jam donut voucher and get the cash back for that, because I haven't been making it actually physically into the shops a lot lately. I've been ordering online just with being so busy with work and stuff, so it works for me to do that. And then what I'll do is I'll just stuff the cash for the rest. So I'll get to the bank and I'll get my cash out and I'll get that sorted out. So my bills are coming in at, so we're coming in at £19.9 for the boiler cover, £16.83 for the RCN, so that is my union, £125 for Patreon. That has all come out so far. Nothing else has come out yet, but we're coming in at £21.50 for pet plan. That's for Bailey. So that covers vaccinations, flea, tick and worming, etc. He gets 10% off any surgeries, etc. Any medication that he needs. NAPO, that is Bailey's insurance. That is coming in at £49.7. However, from next month, I have been informed that that is going up and it is almost tripling. However, because Bailey has hip dysplasia and luxating patellas, he is going to need a very, very expensive surgery. So I'm kind of stuck in that, so I'm just going to have to suck it up and pay it. Mortgage is coming at £309.19. However, again, from next month, that is going up to £386 a month, I think it is. Gas at £41, electric at £40, home insurance coming in at £22. That is actually the only bill that's gone down. TV licence at £15. I've got a repayment that I've got at £95. Account fee at £2. Amazon at £8.99. Council tax is coming in at £138, so that has gone up by £14 a month. Netflix, I've put £4.99, but I actually think that's £5.99. I've budgeted nothing for Disney Plus, however, I have resubscribed to that. Whether or not I'll cancel it before it resubscribes, I'll just wait and see if I've watched what I want to watch. YouTube subscription coming in at 99 pence. My phone bill coming in at £67 a month. However, this will be the last month it comes in at that because I've paid off my device. My Virgin comes in at, I've put 50 here, but it's actually gone up to £53 a month, but I'll just load that in the actual column. My subscription to Dingley Designs comes out at £2.80. That's already come out. And I've budgeted £150 for Little Paws, which is Bailey's dog walker. I don't think I'll be paying this much, however, because he's not going for as many walks as what he used to be going for. because again of his hips and his legs, so he's going for less walks. So I'm expecting this to come in at more nearer around £100. So for sinking funds, I've budgeted £75 for Christmas, £50 for birthdays, £50 for emergencies, £100 for Bailey's binder. So that's his various sinking funds that he's got. So that's his grooming, his vet buffer, wee treat buffer, all these sorts of things. So that's for that. £50 for Bailey's Christmas binder. Now, I know it's going to sound stupid to a lot of people, but this is for Bailey's Christmas presents for his friends. Because last year I ended up eating into my budget. So this year I've decided to save up his own money for his Christmas presents. £150 into my personal sinking fund. So that's all for various things. But again, this is going to change a wee bit because something I was budgeting for is no longer happening, which was my holiday. So I'm not actually going on holiday this year now because my mum and my brother have booked to go away the week after we were meant to be going. And they've said that I could go with them, but that week doesn't work for me for work and getting time off. So I'm just going to skip the holiday. Bailey's just going to go with them. And I'm just going to cancel mine and get a refund, because I've got holiday protection on that, so that's fine. So I'm actually not going to allocate money to save up for spending money anymore, but this month I'll probably just put it into something else. And I've got a new one here, which is my brother's wedding. My brother and his girlfriend, who've been together for 15 years, are getting married next year, so I want to start saving up some money towards that so I can get them a decent gift. Get something to wear, etc, etc, because weddings are quite expensive. So I'm going to start saving up for that quite soon. Well, this month really. And then I've got my debt management plan, £850 a month. So after this month, it'll be 8 months and counting until we've paid that off, because we've saved up to do a lump sum the last month and pay that off in December. PayPal I'm doing £100 towards, because I did have a couple of big purchases on this even after I cleared it, so I'm just paying this down again. And then I've got my 2 ISAs, one of which has actually already come out, so they're for savings. And so yeah, that's my budget for this month. I don't think I've forgotten anything. However, I'll just have to add it in and work it out, but we'll see how we got on with this. So I've got my wages in so far. This won't be enough to cover everything, but then I get my second income. I believe that is Wednesday, this Wednesday will be the 9th, so whatever Wednesday next week is. And then I normally stuff my sinking funds from that. So that is my budget for April. So I am very, very quickly gonna do my cash out for week 4 and stuffing for week 5. However, I haven't actually spent any of the money in my purse, so I'm not going to bother taking that out of my purse. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take my week 5 money and I'm just going to stuff it into challenges like I would do my leftover money, because there's no point going and taking money out of my purse and putting money back in when I've not actually touched anything. So I have got £55 here. So I'm going to stuff that into my challenges. And I'm also going to go into my sinking funds folder. And I'm going to take my money out of holiday and I'm going to restuff that in other places. So, because I'm not actually going on holiday this year now, so I've got £90 in holiday, so I'm going to take that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I've got any 10s in here that I could swap out. Oh, I've got some 5s, so that's good. So I can try and get rid of some of these 20s is what the limit goal is, but 5s are good as well. So 2 tens and put the 20 in there. I think this just got 20s in it, and that's just got 1 10 in it. Here's just got 20s in it. Oh, self-care has some 10s in it, so I'll take 2 10s out, put 20 in here. Although I don't actually know what I'm going to do with the self-care money yet, but anyway. And health's got a couple of 20s in it as well, a couple of 10s in it, sorry. So I'll take them out and put the 20 in. It's got a wee bit less than what I thought because I did take some money out of there to pay for some tablets and stuff when I had that really bad abscess in my mouth. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and I got £20 and 5. So yeah, so that's 90. So I should have £145 here. Got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 and 145. So yep, so we're going to stuff that into some bits and bobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a wee bit of it into Christmas, which would have been the holiday money. So because I'm really wanting to get Christmas done, so I can then put that money for Christmas into something else. So 10, 20, 30 and a 15. So I'm going to put 45 into Christmas, and then that leaves me £100 to stuff into challenges, which I think is more than reasonable. And I'm not expecting to spend a lot of my purse money this week because I'm actually working Monday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday, so I'm not actually expecting to be doing anything. And then come the weekend, I'll be focusing on getting my housework done, so I don't actually think I'm going to spend that much. Although I did spend a couple of pounds today because I forgot to add just to work, but never mind. So I should have most of that to restuff anyway. So I'm going to cross off 115 and 1, 2, 3 10s. So that's looking good. So I've got 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. 225, 285, and then 295, 305, 315, 325, 335, 345, £350 left to stuff into Christmas. So I'm getting there. I am getting there, so that's good. And then so I'm going to go into my challenge binder and see what we've got in here. So let's have a wee look at Rainbow Riches, see what we've got left on here. So I'll do 25 into here, and then that's that card finished. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So, yeah. So we'll just pop that into there just now. And that means we've just got 2 Rainbow Riches cards left to do. Oh, I just need to leave that because that's going to confuse me actually. So, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. So 180 in the primary challenge. Oh, this is kind of going skew with. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my wee dice tower here, and it's a blue again. Been getting loads of blues lately. I suppose it is what it is. Leave that one just now. Leave that one just now because I do want to. I want to finish the Let's Celebrate the number 2 from Little Moon Budgets. How much have we got left? 30 something. 45. So yeah, so that's going to be that. I'm not going to do any more with this. And I'm just going to leave that in there because I've actually got 2 in there at the minute, and I'll just, because I want to do a couple of rolling matches at least. So we'll pop that there. So we're going to do, so we've got purple, 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 so that is a match. So that is 5. Oh well. That was clever, was it? Dropped my dice, but I've got another one from the jumbo, so I'll pop this in just now. And I'll pick that up after. So pink, pink, pink. So that's another match. So put that back, take a 10. Pink, pink, pink. Oh Jesus, we're getting all the matches today. So that is a 5. Purple, purple, and we're going to leave it at that because that's £25 going into rolling match. But that is a fair few rolls we've done, so I am very pleased about that. And that takes us to almost halfway there as well, so that's really good. Because this is going to be for topping up sinking funds, this one, along with the Little Moon Budgets ones and the Studio Sweetie, and the rest are going to be going into debt. This one was for paying off my phone, however, as I've done that out the debt money, I'm just going to be topping it back up with these, and that's what I'm going to do with the next sort of 4 or 5 of the Dingley Designs challenges. So I think what I'll do is I'll put £10 into here, cross off another 2 cookies. And then I'll put 10 Studio Sweetie Mix, and that means everything's got a little bit of money. And that is all the money gone. Obviously, I could have put a wee bit more into challenges had I not put some into Christmas, but getting Christmas done is going to be a massive load off because that's quite a big bit of savings. Obviously, because I'm wanting to save £1,000 for Christmas presents. And then I'll have a few months off whilst I work on this, getting the debt payment plumped right up and getting the sinking funds kind of plumped up a wee bit. And then I'm going to do my Christmas binder, which is looking at saving for like Christmas food and stuff like that. I don't in any way plan to go out and blow £1,000, but you never know, and it's better to have too much money than not have enough, so that is my plan. So yeah, so that is it from me tonight. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again for it'll probably be my my March week 5 count up and my cash stuffing for April week 1. Thank you.